Good evening, everybody. Can we get you all to sit in your seats? We have an amazing evening planned. You guys are in for such a huge treat. My name is Lori Charette. I'm a Pro 7 here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. And we're so happy that you guys are here to join us tonight. And what I want to do is find out how many guests do we have in the room this evening. If you can show raise of hands, fantastic. You guys are going to be so blessed. You guys, I'm just going to share my short story, the long version, the short version, right? I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, and I went through the economy crash back in 2008, 2010, like so many people did, right? And I ended up losing my business. I lost my home, I lost my car, I lost my insurance, and I lost my retirement. Can anybody relate? Yeah, lost it all and was totally devastated. And there was no work to be had. Nobody was hiring, right? And I ended up in all places, South Dakota. And that was kind of worse. That was kind of worse than losing everything for a Florida girl, because a Florida girl doesn't belong in South Dakota. So it was a big joke. I did 5 years in South Dakota like I did time. So that's what it felt like, right? But isn't it crazy how things get orchestrated, divinely orchestrated for us, right? And that path that I went through landed me in a place where this opportunity found me. And it changed my stars, and I'm so grateful, and you guys are going to hear about that tonight. So we have two amazing guests that are here, and so I'm not going to take up any more time. I'm going to introduce Miss Christi Vogt, and I have to look at my notes, you guys. So Christi lives in Colorado with her husband Dave. They have 4 adult kids, and she has 3 grandkids with twins on the way. I told her I'm very jealous. She has been involved in the anti-aging industry for over 20 years. She owned a clinic in preventative medicine. She became a top leader in network marketing within 9 months in her first business and earned the rank of Elite Pro 7 just 17 months in LifeVantage, earning 6 figures. She's very passionate about helping others with nutrition and lifestyle, and she's even more passionate about helping others achieve success and freedom in network marketing. So I'm going to give it here to Christi, and y'all give her a hand.
Hey, everybody. We came over from Grand Junction today, and I brought our very special guest, who I'm going to be introducing here in just a minute, through rain, sleet, and snow for you guys. So it's going to be worth it. She's going to crush it here on stage. Anyway, we are talking tonight about how to live longer, better. I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, I don't want to live longer. That does not sound fun at all. But what if we can live longer, better? I mean, it's not, doesn't mean anything if we're going to live to 90, 100 years old, if at 70, 75 we break down, right? So we don't want to break down. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. That's me. I want you really to think about the conversations that you guys have. I don't care how old you are, where you're from, how much money you have, if you're male or female. Pretty much every day, are you guys having conversations with people, or you're listening to people with really kind of the same concerns, not having enough energy, being stressed out, not sleeping well, not feeling well, knowing they're not eating well, the hormones out of whack, right? Their brain not functioning. So pay attention to those, because it's so sad to me, right? I've been hearing stories for about 22 years. I started off in medical aesthetics, treating people's skin, helping them to be pretty with lasers and expensive skin treatments. And I'm listening to their stories as they're in my chair, and I'm just like, wow, we've got to do something different. So 15 years ago, I had the opportunity to work for an anti-aging physician. He sent me to an A4M medical conference in Chicago. And you guys, I was in the seat listening to the physicians and scientists on stage when they first discovered that at the root of every disease that they were looking at was cellular oxidative stress and inflammation. And from that moment forward, I'm like, I am going to make it my mission to get educated more on how we can slow down the aging process, slow down that oxidative stress, inflammation, and help others do the same. So that's been my journey. And I opened up a preventative medical clinic in Grand Junction, and I lost it to a business partner once we got up and running and became successful. It was horrible. I was about 48 years old and lost a lot. And Dave and I were, having grandkids, and it wasn't supposed to happen that way. So thank goodness LifeVantage came into my life, and it's a way that I can still share this message that we need to be sharing and talking about. We have the products on the forefront of biohacking, which we're going to talk about, and it doesn't cost me a thing, you guys, and I can travel around, visit our kids and our grandkids, work my business from my cell phone. I've got freedom. So I thank the Lord every day that we've got LifeVantage in our life. What are most people doing that aren't feeling well? They are taking some sort of vitamin, supplement, mineral, herb, oil, lotion, potion, right? Hoping that this is going to help them fill in the nutrition gaps that they're, not eating, and hoping to extend life. And people just get busy day after day after day, and they're just taking things without really understanding that there really aren't any studies or research, and that you guys, your multivitamins, especially your vitamins A, C, and E, your antioxidant vitamins, are doing more harm than good. So stop doing that. We're going to talk about something totally new. We're going to talk about how to activate our own body's natural healing and defense mechanisms. Wouldn't that be nice? Just naturally perform better, function better, sleep better, and just have an overall sense of well-being naturally. You guys, it's all about biohacking. Biohacking simply means taking control of our own biology. And it is a thing. It's a thing. You guys may, have heard about it here and there. You might be reading about biohacking. You might know nothing about biohacking. You might be sitting in your chair being totally skeptical, like there's no such thing as biohacking. It is a thing, and we can biohack the brain. We can biohack athletic performance and recovery. And scientists and researchers have been actually studying, this whole biohacking process. What can we be doing? Free radical biology, its role in disease and aging. They knew it was out there. They knew that we could do something about it. But you guys, just now, it's all coming together and it's happening. So that is what we are going to be talking about. Our special guest is going to be coming up. So Tara Willson is in Scottsdale, Arizona now, living there. And she came out here just to we're doing a mini tour of Colorado. And Tara has been in the industry of network marketing in the wellness section for 12 and a half years. She is one of the top leaders in LifeVantage and really in the industry. She has helped over 150 people earn a 6- and 7-figure income. She's earning with LifeVantage about $85,000 a month. Ridiculous. And you guys, we throw those numbers out because in our industry, the dollars mean the amount of people that you help. So it just means that she's helped a lot of people get healthy and wealthy. And she's one of the most intelligent people I know, and really the most sassy people I know, as you're going to see. So without further ado, I want to introduce my friend and mentor, Tara Willson.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So great. Oh, you guys, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Let me get this right. Awesome. I was actually in the bathroom, so I didn't see who is just a guest here tonight. Oh, thank you for being here, and turn to the person who invited you and say thank you. Okay, well, she forgot. I know she said sassy, but she forgot my incredible sense of humor. I have to tell you something. You guys want to hear something really freaking funny? So I have a son who's in college, and I have 2 daughters. Oh, yeah, that's them. So she's 10, he's 19, he'll be 20 in a month, and then that's my 4th child. He's 41, and then our daughter is 13. She's 5'11", wears a size 12 women's shoe. I don't know where she got it, but she's beautiful, as you can see. I'm probably a little biased, but she's been, making friends. She's in 8th grade, and she's going to go to a new high school yesterday, so she's been hanging out with girls and boys. And right now at my house is 2 girls and 2 boys, and my husband is having heart failure. He's like, I'm going to put red pepper on their pizza. They'll have to go home sooner. So poor guy. But when I got into the industry, as you can do the math, I just had a 1-year-old and a 7-year-old, and then got into it pretty full-time October of 2007. And almost 2 years later, my third child was born, which was awesome because I didn't have to look at that date on the calendar of when I had to go back to work and put my child in daycare. So everyone has a kind of a reason why they make a decision, because I was in wholesale mortgage. I had a wonderful income, probably $150,000 a year. My husband had a 6-figure income. We weren't poor. We had no debt. We don't have that sob story. But we didn't have time. Yeah, this is not a rags to riches story. But I didn't have time. And honestly, that was the most precious thing. It's the one thing you can't get more of. So one thing you can't get back, right? You can make more money, you can buy a house, you can get a new car, you can't get more time. And so the biggest moment was when I went to pick up my 1-year-old, and God bless her heart, she was from another country and probably didn't realize that it was probably not the best idea to tell me that my daughter took her first steps that day. And I was like, you could have just said nothing usual, and then I would have gone home and she would have done it, and I would have thought that was it, right? And I thought, how many more firsts am I going to miss? How many, games and, my the parents at my kids' school, they probably think we're drug dealers or something because we're always at everything. We dress in yoga pants, and we show up everywhere, and it doesn't appear that we have a job. But we live in a really nice house. And I'm like, oh, we sell herbs, but they're legal. And you don't get really hungry after eating them. I told you I was funny, see? So what we're going to be talking tonight is a new budding field called nutrigenomics. It's a very fancy way of saying that nutrition can affect your genes, right? So, how many of you know that some kind of chronic disease runs in your family? Maybe cholesterol does, whatever. Well, I want to tell you that your genes are no longer your destiny. We now know that we can impact them through nutrigenomics, and this is going to be very big. I think that's $17 trillion in the next 5 years, right? 4 years. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of pie. Anybody want a piece of that pie? So how many of you have seen the ABC Primetime Investigative Report? Okay, obviously, most of you. Hopefully you showed it to your guests too, because we're not going to show it tonight. But it's a 6-minute news clip. For those of you who are guests, hope this is not heavy. For those of you, it's just going to be in my way because I want to try to see all of you. Some of the things I'm going to say tonight are going to seem literally unbelievable. You're going to be like, there's no way that's real. Because if it was real and that product was a miracle like you're making it sound, it would be everywhere, Tara. It would be on the shelf at stores. It was. For 6 years. Whole Foods, Vitamin Shop, GNC, CVS. But did anyone walk in 2006, 2005, 2007, 2008 and say, excuse me, to the 19-year-old making minimum wage who knows nothing about nutrition, do you have an NRF2 activator? Nobody? Anybody? Right. So they had this incredible breakthrough, which we're going to talk about tonight. We had scientists who knew nothing about running a business. And so when they aired this in 2006 or 2005, it literally sent shockwaves through the health industry. There's now been 47 studies done by universities, 26 of them peer-reviewed and published. And in countries that were not even open for business in are studying our product. Okay, I am all for network marketing. I think there's so many great companies out there, but nobody is paying to study Amway's product except for Amway. Nobody is paying to study Herbalife's product except for Herbalife. Do you get what I'm saying? We have the government of our United States studying our product. The American Heart Association. I'm going to drop clues the whole way. So, what I want to talk to you guys about is that the ancestors that you had in your upline of your family didn't live in the environment we live in, so it's only normal that you're going to take supplements and things that your grandmother never heard of. And there will be shocked. The older you are, the more resistant you're going to be to this because it's like, we didn't need vitamins. You didn't, right? But they do now. There was no cell phones 25 years ago. EMFs flying through the air, pinging us. Grocery stores are now full of food that's full of sugar and trans fats and hydrogenated oils. They didn't have that. The reason our grandparents lived till 80 or 90 is because they ate real butter, not country crock. Crunchy bull crock, ugh, right? This is, prior to the turn of the century, 97% of Americans were farmers. They died from measles and flu and early childhood because they didn't have all the medicine, right? There was no such thing as a fast food restaurant or a factory pumping chemicals or herbicides or pesticides, fungicides. Everything was free range and wild caught. Everything was pesticide free. There was no such thing as a gym. You know why? Every day was leg day when you were a farmer. Every day was shoulder day and back day. They didn't call you, hey dude, I just baled hay for 16 hours. You want to go work out? No, I just worked out all day. And you ate everything you grew or raised, and if not, you traded with the people around you. So we live in a different environment. So our bodies have always had, energy production and stress, but now we're being hijacked from the environment we're living in. So our bodies have waste in our cells and waste management that used to match. Now our waste is here, and evolutionarily we have not caught up. So what we do is biohack to get it to an even playing field. Does that make sense? Say yes. All right, so we're going to biohack. We're going to talk about, so what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the downside of the Industrial Revolution? Disease. Right? I lost my mom 7 years ago, 65 years old, 5 weeks from diagnosis to death. That was the hardest, most horrible thing I've ever been through in my life. And so when I stand here, you heard what I make. It still sounds crazy to me. If it was about the money, I'd be home in my beautiful house watching my husband struggle with the boys right now. But it's not. It's not about the money. It's not, you can only have so much money. At the end of your life, what impact did you make? If one person changes their life today, it was worth the trip here. And it doesn't matter if you're on my team or not. We're all on the same team. It's called the human race. Okay? So we all have oxidative stress. Sorry to diagnose you, but you all have it. Unfortunately, but fortunately, there's something we can do about it. Your genetics dictates where it is. That's why cancer runs in some families. That's why skin problems come in some families. Like my husband's grandfather and his mom and him, and now my daughter. Well, my daughter doesn't anymore because she has my vitality stack, and so does my husband. But they all have the propensity when their body is inflamed to have psoriasis. Right? That's why some people, like my mom's dad died of cancer early. She died of cancer. I'm not going to die of cancer early. I'm not going to do it. I'm biohacking, right? So here's the thing is now we know there are many things that contribute to aging. And aging is disease. Aging is the progressive accumulation of oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is simple. It's just the rusting of your cells. And in skin, it causes wrinkles. In your heart, it causes heart disease. In your brain, it causes Alzheimer's, etc. In your joints, it causes arthritis. We all have it. There's over 180,000 studies that have proved that oxidative stress is the root cause of most of the diseases that you will get. 80% of them, 80% of you will die, or we all will die, of heart attacks, cancer, or diabetes. Isn't that sad? That's 80% of deaths. And it's preventable, or at least you can prolong it. So, do we want oxidative stress? Say no. All right. So here's the problem. Your parents grew up, ate your spinach, drink your orange juice, eat your bananas, and eat your blueberries. Right? You hear that? We're all pretending to like kale, right? We don't really like it. Christi likes it. I'm like, well, okay, well, you're the one. I mean, if I put enough butter and salt on it, sure, anything's good. You could, shoe leather would be good. A little garlic, sure, But here's the problem, is that we've been attacking it the wrong way. So let me use this analogy. Let's pretend, some of you who are older could be like, you suck. Let's pretend that your mother put a nail, a shiny, beautiful silver nail on the porch the day you were born. What would that nail look like today? Yeah, you'd be gone. Would it be worse, and even if it didn't get in the rain, would it be worse and worse and worse every single year? That's what your cells look like inside. However, if she had, rubbed an antioxidant on it every day, what would it look like? It would probably be almost fine. Do you understand? So we hear the word antioxidant, right? Everyone heard antioxidants? Do you ever stop and think what it actually means? It means stopping oxidation. We just think of it as blueberries. We just think of antioxidants as vitamins. Isn't that what you think of? If I said antioxidant before I just told you that, wouldn't you just think vitamin? Wouldn't you just see nutrition? Well, it's an oxidant. Only here's the thing is since about 50 or 60 years ago when they started pumping vitamins, pills, powder, potions on the market, has cancer gone down? No. Heart disease? No. Diabetes? Nope. Is it doing anything? No. Why? Because it's a 1-to-1 antioxidant ratio. 1 molecule of vitamin C kills or neutralizes 1 free radical. Good news, bad news is you have 37 trillion cells. And every one of your cells has millions of oxygen molecules that are damaging you. So do you need 1 or do you need millions and trillions and gazillions? You need gazillions, okay? So when you eat a serving of blueberries, and now you should eat blueberries because they are healthier than French fries. I don't know why, like, God, can you start over and make French fries the same nutrition as carrots? I mean, just a thought, right? I don't know why we're so addicted to everything that's not the greatest for us, right? Salt, sugar, and fat. 480,000 items that I showed at the grocery store a minute ago have added sugar. Riddle me this, ladies and gentlemen. Why does Swanson chicken broth need sugar? Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's salt, sugar, and fat. Activate what's called as the bliss point. And they know this. And once the bliss point is activated, you can't stop eating. And you get addicted to their food. Yes, big groceries know this. They hire scientists to do it. Cheesecake Factory hires a whole team of people in white coats to formulate food to activate your bliss point. It works. Mayonnaise. Who loves mayonnaise? Salt, sugar, and fat. Lay's potato chips. Salt, sugar, and fat. You really can't eat one. It's not a joke. They know this. No joke here, people. So you eat a servings of blueberries, which cost you what? $3? What does a little 4-ounce tub here cost? In Scottsdale, it's about $5. $4.99, $5. Congratulations. If you gorge and don't share with your kids and eat the whole thing, that's 13,000 antioxidants. Woo! What about the other 37 trillion cells? So, this is where the biohacking comes in. 40 years ago, scientists realized that your bodies were a beautifully designed machine that has its own antioxidants inside of it. And guess what? Every molecule of those antioxidants neutralizes 1 million of those oxygen molecules. So would you want more of that or more of that? Right? That on the left, you're literally throwing a Dixie cup on a 100-acre forest fire. Here, you're deploying every fireman in the world. Does that make sense? Okay. So our flagship product, Protandim, is an NRF2 activator. NRF2 activator is just a protein messenger that goes into your cells. It binds to the DNA in your cell and says, produce more of those enzymes. Why? Because you have 37 trillion cells and every one of them has superoxide dismutase. And it increases your superoxide dismutase by 30%. So let's just play a fun game. Let's pretend you had 10 and it increased it by 30%. It would give you 3 more. 3 million antioxidants times 37 trillion. It's like 11 sextillion. Got to eat a lot of blueberries to catch up with that. Do you see now why NRF2 activation was coined the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine? Yes, yeah, but woo! Not health, medicine. There are 13,000 studies on NRF2. Many of them, there's a lot on our product. Some of them done by pharmaceutical drugs that are NRF2 activators that prove that our stuff works better than their $40,000 synthetic drug. Woo! Anybody know anybody with MS? This is proven to be more effective than a pharmaceutical MS drug that's $40,000 a year. Call them and tell them about this. Okay, so that sounds great in theory. Does it translate into something that's going to impact our life? And yes, in 1 month, taking one of these pills a day, it reduces your oxidative stress, number 1 cause of cancer, disease, everything, by 40% in 30 days. Almost half. In fact, I saw a news clip one time that said After 30 days, you can no longer, under a microscope, tell the difference between an 80-year-old cell and an infant. Who wants to age like an infant? Yeah, any Benjamin Buttons in here? We're all going to start looking like younger. But here's the thing, is biological age is a real thing. You want to make sure your cells are healthy. So it also increases your catalase, which is necessary to actually have this, it's an enzyme, and then glutathione. Glutathione is probably the most important thing in your body you don't know about. Go home and Google it. 6% of your body's energy production every single day is dedicated to producing and maintaining glutathione. It's the number one way a doctor can tell someone's going to be dead is their glutathione's gone. And it actually naturally decreases every single year 1%. So the older you are, the less you have. Alcohol also further depletes it. So when you build it back up, all of a sudden you'll notice that you don't have hangovers anymore. That's a good little side benefit for those who like to drink. And we are now still the only thing proven to extend life in male mice. And that was a study done by the National Institute of Aging, which is one of the divisions of the National Institute of Health. So it's very valid. And say, Tara, can I just go to, the vitamin store, the herb store, and just buy all these and take them? Nope. Here's what they look like in the efficiency if you take them by themselves. Turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. They're 1,800% more effective. Is a synergistic blend. Synergistic means they magnify the effects. You know what a drug interaction is? It's when you put two things in your body that shouldn't be together. They can have a bad reaction. Well, you can actually put two things in your body that can actually have a good reaction. That's one of those. Okay? And don't take my word for it. There's a lot of research out there. You can find that online. Great stuff. American Heart Association. Oh, it must be a scam. The American Heart Association's in Harvard University, Colorado State, right? Okay, there you go. And so, I forgot to talk to you about where the actual oxygen molecules come from. So back to 37 trillion cells, and every single one of them has mitochondria. Mitochondria, remember from biology class, is a little thing that produces all the energy. It's actually a bacteria that we harnessed sometime in our evolution. That we give it glucose and it gives us energy. Put it this way, if all of your mitochondria stopped working simultaneously, you would die. You would have nothing to power your body, right? If your car battery dies, does your car still go unless you have an electric car? Right? No. You run out of gas, right? That's the gas. And some of your cells, like brain cells, for example, and ovary cells, have 100,000 mitochondria in a single cell, right? So what happens is they're producing energy at a rate that is not normal because of the environment. They need to pump our hearts faster. They need our digestion working better. All the lifestyle that we're in, the toxins we're exposed to, they're working harder and they're producing more oxygen. And the same thing actually starts to damage them because they're a bacteria. They communicate. So do we want our mitochondria healthy or damaged? Healthy. So our second breakthrough product was 13 and a half years after our first one. This has been on the market now for 3.5 years. What it does is repair and keep your mitochondria healthy. It helps with mitochondria biogenesis, which means it actually builds new mitochondria. So one of the things that I noticed, I was on the other product for about 7 months before I took it, and I called my husband. I'm like, I've never taken speed, but I'm going to guess that this is what it's like. I actually noticed a burst of energy. It's leveled off, but that first day I was like, oh my God, clean the house, clean the house, clean the house. He's like, keep taking them, honey. So this is really, it's proven to help the mitochondria production. It's really good for cardiovascular and brain health, which also, those are the cells that have the most mitochondria, okay? Now, 2 weeks ago today, launched our third breakthrough. How many people are NAD activated? This is my 3-month anniversary of taking it, and I love it. I just feel better than I did 20 years ago. My baseline's better, my energy's better, my mental focus is better. I'm like, what else, what else? She's like, people are like, 5 cities in 3 days. I'm like, bring on some more, what else can we do? So, Christi, do you have the book? You don't have the book? Oh, okay. So so NAD, what it does is increases this thing called sirtuins. They have discovered that there's this ancient family of proteins, there's 7 of them in our genes that they're finding out are very important. They're calling them the CEO of the cell. They're responsible for a lot. So when you eat, over time, here's your sirtuin activity as you age. goes down, right? Start feeling tired, brain fog, all this stuff, slowly progressive, We don't have to feel old when we're old. And I know people who are 30 that feel older than a 90-year-old. Okay? You don't have to. You don't have to accept that you're going to feel like garbage when you're older. You don't have to, okay? Woo! I know, I wish I had that book on me. There's the most amazing quote. You want to run and get it? It's that worth it, Christy. Say thank you, Christy. I promise you it will be worth it. Oh, your keys are on my purse. Okay, so the only thing that they have found that actually increases sirtuin activity is drastically restricting caloric intake. Now, any men in here want to eat 800 calories a day for the rest of your life? My husband would be like, okay, there's my snack. Where's the rest of my meals? You saw him. He's a big guy. That's literally breakfast for him, if not and more. So but when they did restrict caloric restriction in mice, because it actually activated sirtuins, if they restricted it 30%, they live 30% longer. 50%, they live 50% longer, right? So they know that. However, it increased caloric restriction, increased sirtuin activity by 94%. That's the most they've ever seen until now. So taking one of our products, even on the first day, 1 or 2 capsules, or I guess 1 dose of 2 capsules, increases your sirtuin activity by 100% in the first 24 hours. Yes, boom. All right, what does that do? Supports healthy longevity. Healthy longevity, right? Supports autophagy. This is like flushing the toilet on a bad tank in your cell. So imagine your cell full of garbage and toxins and metals and all that. Autophagy is cleaning it out and clearing out the water and going out. It's so great for you. It's so great. Toxic burden is really bad for brain fog, really bad for fatigue. Supports mental focus and concentration, supports positive mood and motivation, boosts mental and physical energy, but not in a kind of way. Supports the body's healthy inflammatory response. Inflammation is the cause of disease because inflammation is caused by oxidative stress. And maintains cholesterol levels already in the healthy range, supports a healthy vascular system, right? We want that. These are 4 all-natural ingredients. So this is what we call our tri-synergizer. Now, the cool thing is we just published studies. These are in vivo, which means they're in live cells. So our flagship product, the NRF2, this is the first one I talked about. Responsible for antioxidant production and detoxification, 40%. If you take it with the other 2 products, it almost doubles to 78%, okay? NRF2 responsible for healthy inflammatory response. By itself is 51%. Together with the other 2 products, 848%. Remember, synergy? That's why we call it the tri-synergizer. Okay, let's go over here to NRF1, which is our second product. Responsible for metabolic function, 65% goes to 90%. And then this one is mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria from 71% to all 3, 120, okay? And then, now, remember I said that NAD, taking it for 1 day, increases your sirtuin activity 100%. But when you take it with we tested that by itself. When you add the other 2 products, it goes from 12% NAD recycling to 128%. NAD synthesis, which is creation of NAD, from 12% to 227%. So imagine what your sirtuins are doing now. How's your sirtuin doing? Oh, I feel like a professor right now. I do. I already have a T-shirt. My team, I said it all in the call so many times. My team made tank tops and they gave me one. I have one. It says, how's your sirtuin doing? They're really cute. Okay, are you guys ready? The sirtuins order our bodies to buckle down in times of stress and protect us against the major diseases of aging. Diabetes and heart disease, Alzheimer's and osteoporosis, even cancer. They mute the chronic overactive inflammation that drives diseases such as atherosclerosis, marbles in my mouth, hold on. Metabolic disorders, ulcerative colitis, arthritis, and asthma. They prevent cell death and boost mitochondria, the power packs of the cell. They go to battle with muscle wasting, osteoporosis, and macular degeneration. In studies on mice, activating the sirtuins can improve DNA repair, boost memory, increase exercise endurance, which is one thing I've totally noticed, and help the mice stay thin regardless of what they eat. These are not wild guesses at their power. To their power, scientists have established all of this in peer-reviewed studies published in journals such as Nature, Cell, and Science. This was just published 1 month ago by a Harvard professor that Time magazine called him the most influential person in the world in 2014, David Sinclair, okay? Guess what his next book is going to be called that he is publishing in 2020? It's called Just in Time, ... The Discovery of Sirtuins and How They Can Change Everything. Talk about being at the right place, how they will change everything. So you want your sirtuin doing good. All right, isn't that awesome? So with all three, there are many theories of aging, but these are the three most well-established, well-studied. You're talking tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of studies showing that these are the major contributors to aging and disease. Oxidative stress, mitochondrial, and sirtuin activity. So you are definitely at the right place at the right time. And for $4 a day, there's nothing worth $4 a day more than that. No more unicorn Starbucks, people, okay? So we now found out that NRF2, thanks to Louisiana State University and their study on skin cancer in mice, we found out that NRF2 activation actually works topically. So our second product, first product for 7 years, I believe, almost 7 years, was the blue one, the yellow pill. The second product was an anti-aging cream. What they did is they found out that you can put it on, it goes in. You know, you don't need to give your body or your cells vitamin A. It can create its own antioxidants. You don't need to give it elastin. It can just say, hey, we know how to create elastin. We've been doing it all your life. We know how to create collagen. We know how to detoxify. So it turns on your genes, hundreds of these genes. It's 5th generation skincare. It's activating your genes to do what you should do. So it helps with wrinkles, fine lines. It helps with aging, spots. It really works, you guys. I am 64. All right, and it's clinically proven and patented. It's amazing. So now we completed the set. We have a cleanser, we have a toner and a serum in one. So instead of 6 bottles, you only have 4. An eye cream serum, and then we also have a day and night cream. $140 with free shipping. Some people it lasts up to 2 months. It's amazing. It feels good, and it's completely non-toxic and safe for everyday use without all the garbage in it. Okay. Probiotic, everyone knows that gut health is one of the most important things you can do. A lot of people have an unhealthy lifestyle, so they're overweight, and when they decide to go to the gym, and they're like, I'm drinking water, and I'm having my salads, I'm not having my Diet Coke, but they had wrecked their gut so bad with the 8 Diet Cokes they were drinking for 20 years that they don't realize that they don't have any gut bacteria left. And gut bacteria is vital for nutrient absorption. So this also has patented Wellmune. What is great about our probiotic, because a really healthy, good quality probiotic is going to be the same cost, is that 96% of the products on the market that are capsule probiotics are eaten up by the stomach. They have a 4% delivery rate. We have a 60% delivery rate. It's 1,500% more effective. And we do use the 6 most scientifically studied and effective, and they produce the best results in your stomach. And then omegas, we definitely need omegas, but we don't need omega-6. If you have an omega-6 in your pantry or your vitamin cabinet, throw it away. It's not that we're not getting enough omegas. Omegas are all through our diet. We're getting the wrong ratio. Ideally, you'd have a 1-to-1, 1 omega-3 for every 1 to 6. Right now, we have 1 omega-3 for every 15 to 16 omega-6s. That's terrible. They said if they could get it down from 1 to 4, they could eradicate probably 3/4 of the disease. Then there's a little cousin omega-7 that most people never heard of. I hadn't. That is good for increasing your metabolism. Some people say it might help them lose weight. And it's great for your brain. How many people know that 100 million Americans suffer from a vitamin D deficiency? Why? Because we're covering up with sunscreen. We're not getting out. We're working all day. So this is not enough. This is not enough if you have a serious vitamin D deficiency, but everyone could use. I think if you have a vitamin D deficiency, you're going to get 5,000 to 10,000 units a day. This is 800. It's a good amount for good health, because vitamin D is very important. It's actually a hormone. I don't know what they call vitamin D. And it's good because there's no metals, mercury, pesticides, arsenic, in it. We double distill it, and it's from sustainable sources. And then, of course, our hair care, amazing stuff. Again, it's NRF2 activating your follicles of your hair. We did an 8-day study, 58% less breakage. I was in for just that, right? It self-supports your scalp. So we have Lanatellus, which is protecting the NRF2 activation. It's going to protect you from the environment. Alpha Scalp, which helps the flora. So if you're too oily or too dry, this will help to stabilize that. But the real magic is the hair gel. And if you Google it, it's a patented product from France that won so many awards. And it works on 3 different things. One is mitochondria, actually. And what happens is you can't revive a dead. If you're bald and you have no hair follicles, we don't have any hope for you. Sorry. But there's a lot of people that are thinning, and they have a tiny little sliver of a hair. If there's a little bit of hair, you have hope. We can thicken and thicken and thicken that. And over time, imagine a head of hair times millions, all thickening by 50 to 75%. Would that make a difference? It makes a huge difference. We have had people, so many people. Anybody here have had results? I know Christi has. Christi showed her own picture. There is no before picture until there's an after. She's like, I can't believe I'm showing this. I'm like, why? It looks great now. So, all right. Great stuff. And again, no artificial anything, no sulfates, no parabens. It's 100% non-toxic, safe for everyday use, which is really good because we should be loving our environment. And not to mention that every time you put toxic shampoo on it, it does go through your skin. Your skin is porous, so that's not good. All right. How many people have dogs? All right. I got a new little one. Her name's Bailey, the cutest thing ever. So I actually finally get to buy this product too. I'm like, I need more products to buy. Yay, I can buy Protandim now. So, there are some skeptics out there that'll be like, oh, well, it's probably the placebo effect that you're feeling better. Can you have a placebo effect in dogs? No. We have clinical studies proving that it works to not only reduce the oxidative stress, it's the same 5 ingredients as our flagship products, the NRF2, but we also put omegas for their brain and their eyes, and we also put glucosamine for their joints. So dogs, after being on our product, were more playful, more energy. How many people have had a dog that had a great result? I can't believe all the ones horses, but they don't give these to horses because horses are not carnivores. They give the regular ones to horses. We're working on getting it actually approved for horses. Why? You know why? We have found a loophole. Our patents say safe and reduces oxidative stress in mammals. It doesn't say humans, it says mammals. Woo! What works in a mice, works in a dog, works as a horse, works as a human, works in bacteria. We're all pretty much the same. All right. And then Axio, I love this product because I was running to Starbucks every day to get a cup of coffee. And then I had a crash around 3 or 4, which always sucked. So I ran back to Starbucks to get another cup of coffee. And then I got a headache every weekend that I didn't go to Starbucks in the morning and get a cup of coffee. Anybody know what that means? It's awful. And there's a lot of bad energy things on the market. There's stuff with red dye, caramel coloring, sucralose, just garbage, chemicals. There's a lot of bad stuff. But people want to feel more energy, especially if you have a job or you have kids or you have responsibilities and you don't want to fall asleep and drool at your desk, right? But I love this because it's the first product I've ever come across. I've been in other companies and I'm like, gosh, did you really have to put an artificial sweetener in it? You just ruined it for me, right? Because I don't want to put garbage in my body all day. This is all vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial anything. It is pure vitamins and brain food, and it's also got pine bark, which is also an NRF2 activator, so you're getting more NRF2 activation. The caffeinated version has DMAE. We don't make any claims, but there is studies on DMAE showing that it improves mental focus and clarity, especially with people who have things like ADD, ADHD, and autism. No claims here, but it's shown to help. All right, so here's a little snapshot of our product line, and you see we have cellular health, we have hair, we have skin, we have energy. Oh, we have weight loss. Forgot about that. Fat burner, whey shake, prebiotic for anybody who wants a healthy weight management program. It actually works. All right. So, as you guys can see, I love these products, and I'll tell you that I would I would promote them for free. It's just icing on the cake that I get paid to promote them. Very beautiful cake. So, we're all social entrepreneurs. How many of you have ever been to a good restaurant and told somebody about it? Okay, well then you can do what I do. Look at that. You're instantly qualified, right? How many of you have been to a movie and told them about it, right? You're all qualified. So all we're doing is sharing products that we love, that are making an impact on our body, and getting paid. That's it. How many people have ever had a brick and mortar business? Yeah. How many people spent more than $10,000 starting that business? 20? 30? Yeah? 40? 50? 60? Do I hear 70? Okay, what do you got here? Half? Half of? Yes. Did you make that back in 3 hours? I made my investment in this business back in 3 hours. Did you ever make $80,000 a month? Profit? Okay, well then you can do what I do. There you go. It's almost so easy that I feel a little bit bad. It's really like the easiest thing I've ever done. But we have changed. Business has changed. When I started, there was no Facebook. It's 2007. There was no Facebook. I wanted to stalk my friend. I actually had to go to their house. Remember the days like your cousin got married or your friend? You had to go sit in their living room, pretend to want to hang out there and look at the photo album, right? Remember photo albums? Remember taxis? I don't even use taxis. Why? Because they all smell like throw up and cigarettes, and I don't know when they're coming. And how many people remember the days of calling a taxi and you called the company back 15 times? Are they ever coming? Are they ever coming? Oh no. Are they ever coming? No, they went by. You weren't there. I hate taxis. What? Oh yeah, what about having to hail taxis? I'm sure New Yorkers love to do that. Airbnb, you saw all the humans in my family. I am not about to go on a 4-day or 5-day vacation with 2 queen beds in a room with all those humans. So, no, that's too many people in one room. So they're all bigger than me too, except for the little one. So when we moved to Arizona, our house wasn't quite ready yet, so we had to go get an Airbnb. For $130, I got a 5-bedroom house with a pool and a pool table versus staying at the Westin for $140 with 2 queen beds in one room. What do you think I opted for? You know, Airbnb has changed things. Facebook has changed the way we communicate. Do you know there are people that I only communicate with through Facebook? And I've probably enrolled over 300 people from Facebook. Some of them I knew, some of them I didn't know. I actually have sponsored people from, or enrolled people from high school that I reconnected with, went from Facebook, and they watched me, and then now they're in my business. My best friend is one of them, right? She's a Pro 7. She said no to me. I called her in my first company 12 and a half years ago, and she shot it down. It's all right. Wasn't her journey. 3 years ago, she called me and said, I have horrible, debilitating back pain. Do you really think that little yellow pill can help me? And I said, I really do. I can't guarantee it, but I will. I do. She goes, okay, I'll be your customer. 3 weeks later, she called me and said, sign me up. My pain's gone. 7 months later, she sold her traditional business, and now she's a Pro 7. It all started because I kept posting on Facebook, right? And so here's a cool thing. 1 out of 5 distributors in our company started as a customer that had a result. Isn't that cool? 1 out of 20% of us. How many people here are a distributor who was actually once a customer? Yeah. So you obviously liked it and wanted to help other people. Well, we all know Amazon. How many people order Amazon? Every day I either get an Amazon or a Get Well card from them. I'm not joking. Between me and my husband, and now my daughter has an account, I'm like, oh my gosh, every day is like Christmas. We have to hire people to come pick our boxes because there's too many boxes to take away. We literally get almost everything on Amazon. Okay, why LifeVantage? There's a lot of great opportunities. There's a lot of ways you can invest your time and your money. I always wanted a different way. I just didn't have any creative ideas or $500,000 or anything, right? I have a friend that owns 12 Subway franchises that makes a third of what I do. Do you know how hard he works? In the middle of the night, one time we were staying with him, and there was a brick, thrown through one of his window. People had food poisoning. They had someone slip and fall. Ooh, does not sound fun. So timing, third-party validated by studies. How many people have ever bought a vitamin outside this company or a supplement? Raise your hand. Did you read all the studies it came with? $30 billion is being spent today, this year, on supplements. If you include everyone, including infants, that's about $1,000 per person a year. But you know what? Most of them, not to be vulgar, are creating expensive pee. Really. If you don't believe me, look. If it's bright yellow, there it goes. No, really, most of them don't have any studies. Do you know there's not a single study that shows taking a multivitamin extends life at all? But people do it. We have products that are proven to reduce your number 1, 2, and 3 cause of aging, extend life, make you feel better, make you live longer. This is a no-brainer to me. This is a no-brainer. Like, I'm so thankful that 4 years ago I found this company. I shudder to think if I hadn't, what I'd be doing right now. There's nothing in the world. And plus, we're proven corporate leadership, expansion, and retention. I had a team in my last company. I had 200,000 more people, and today I have 200,000 less people than my last company, and I have 16,000 more subscriptions than my last company with 200,000 less people. You know what that's called, people? Attention. So this is the perfect meld, especially for those people that are young ones. What do we call them? Generation X? What do y'all call them? Millennials. They don't want to work. They want to post on Instagram and be famous. We got something for you guys. No, my daughter, I call her TikTok. That's all she does is sit on TikTok. It's like the new Instagram. Anyway. You're sharing. You have no physical locations, no assets, no inventory, no insurance. You don't have to make websites. How many people have ever had to build a website for a business? Throw out, how much did it cost you? A lot. Thousands, sometimes hundreds. What's the hosting fees? 30, 40 bucks a month? Was it free? Exactly. So you get a website for free, an online shopping portal, and you have access to over $500 billion in market share where people are already spending their money. People are already buying hair care. They're already trying to live longer. They're already buying skincare. I couldn't believe this one. $67 billion in pet care? Wow, people really like their pets. But now I know though. I'm like, she's only like 11 months, and I'm like, don't ever die, Bailey. Like, I love my dog. Do you love your dog? This is inaccurate though, because I was in weight loss, and weight loss is more like 70 billion a year. Hair care worldwide is 85 billion. We have the highest, $15 billion in hair care, right? We're in 21 markets. I think 14 of them have opened since I've been here in 4 years. When I started, there was 16 studies and six patents. Now we have 7 patents and 26 studies and more countries and probably like 20 more products. Just in 4 years. Imagine what the next 4 years is going to look like. A lot happening. Woo, I know. Give it a woo. So what do we do for those guests here? All you're doing is building a network of customers. 90% of the people in my team, we've got over 60,000 people that are just ordering product. And another 10,000 that said, hey, I not only want to order the product, but I want to actually maybe make some money, part-time, spare time, full-time, or big time. And I've got a gal on my team that'll be Pro 10 this month. Yeah, and another one that'll be a Pro 7. And another one that'll be a Pro 8. 2 of them personally sponsored, a Pro 8 and a Pro 10. Not a bad month. That NAD launch is, Forbes says one of the best times to ever join a company is when they have a new product launch. There you go, right place, right time. You get beautiful apps, a replicated website, an online shopping portal, and it's free. Not just for the first month, every month for the rest of your business. It's free. But what else do you get for your initial investment? Corporate team, production of your products, quality control, shipping, customer service. You have a whole call center to service every customer that you bring into the company, so you don't have to do that. Ooh, that's the best part about it. Website maintenance, IT, advertising, marketing, legal, compliance. You're not liable. If anyone got sick on your product, you're not liable. Accounting, events, promotions. It's $50 to become a distributor. You can add on product, but I recommend getting started on one of our packs because you get a good deal. Who likes a good deal? Say yes. The Platinum Pack, those people have a lot of local network or a big family. You get $1,900 in product for $1,250, plus an event ticket to our next event to learn how to turn that profit into $80,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, whatever you want. Sky's the limit. No glass ceiling here. Gold kit, $962 product for $650. You've got your hair care, your skin care, your Tri-Synergizer, an extra vitality stack or prebiotic, and 2 bags of our energy drink. We have a silver kit, $466 for $350. Get in where you fit in, right? Invest where you see you need it. It would be kind of weird to have like a liquor store and have no liquor, right? Hey guys, liquor store, do you open? Do you have any wine? No, but you can order it. Do you have any beer? No. We're gonna though, right? You probably should have samples. You probably should have some product. You should be on the product. You wouldn't believe my auto ships every month. I have 5 humans, okay, and a dog. But I was already buying good skincare. I'm actually saving money on skincare. I was already buying good shampoo. I was already buying every supplement under the sun. I was already spending money at Starbucks every day. I'm actually believe I'm saving money on the products that I'm buying. Probably. And I'm getting high quality products with great ingredients that are non-toxic and safe for me and my family and my friends. And I actually have been in the industry 12 and a half years. I have more friends and family on these products than the rest of my 9.5 years combined. If you added up all the customers and all the ever. Yeah, why? Because you don't come in my house and not hear about NRF2. Right? I just went out with a couple, just met them. Our friends are kids are friends, and we went out a couple. Guess what she ordered Monday morning? NRF2, right? I tell everyone about it proudly because I know that it can help them. I know that even if they don't feel it, they're gonna have cellular health more than they have before they walked in my door. That's the kind of attitude you gotta have. It's not that I'm selling someone, I'm giving them a gift. Guys, they're already spending the money somewhere else. You're just giving them better results with more quality products. Feel good about it, okay? All right. How far can you take this? Sky's the limit. Pro 3, you want to make an extra $8,000 a year? You have $5,000 in business going through your business every month. You want to make an extra $35,000 a year? Your team will be doing, all your customers and distributors will be doing about $20,000. How many Pro 5s in the room? Anybody? All right, congratulations. Any Pro 3s in the room? Or Pro 3s or above? All right. Pro 6s, you want to make an extra almost $80,000 a year? That's a business that has about $50,000 in customer orders every month, right? Pro 7, $150,000 a year. Someone's business is doing about $100,000. Now look at this. This is where we call doctor money. Pro 8s. I have a Pro 8 every 2 or 3 months on my team. $300,000 a year. Their business is doing somewhere between $200,000 and $500,000. Pro 9. The reason my income is not here, I think it's actually that one, is because I'm closer to Pro 10, right? But Pro 10, $100,000 a month. What would you do with all that? That would give you options. They might not pay all your bills, but it's a start, right? It just gives you options. It gives you options to order from the left side of the menu. It gives you options to donate to your church. We donated a lot to Life Vantage Legacy and actually went and built the houses. And there's no gift, there's no amount of money that would make me feel better to see those 4 families walk in and take those homes and cry, and to look at my little girls who sat there building homes all weekend, watch them and bawling. There's nothing better than giving. For a life, I think we spend half of our life, or a lot of it, trying to get. Then you realize once you have it, that it's actually more fun to give it away. So it doesn't mean you need more purses and cars and everything. It means you just have options. Don't ever feel bad about making money for helping a lot of people. Okay? Because what if it changes their lives? Everything you do matters. What if I hadn't said yes 4 years ago? Right? How many thousands of lives are affected now? That could be your story, and it will be your story if you continue doing this. And that feels good, guys. There's nothing more noble than helping people get healthier, live longer, feel better, change the way they feel about themselves, have more confidence, and make some freaking money. Okay? So can you do this? Yes. I know you guys have great mentors in your team and all your teams, no matter what team you guys are in. We have an incredible company with people reaching down always to try to help, to make sure you know what to do, you know what to say. We have duplicatable systems. We now have new monthly trainings. Are you guys enjoying those? Some cute blonde did the first one. You guys like that one? I'm just kidding. All right, so for our guests, you just have to make one of 3 decisions today. Number 1, you can become a customer and start biohacking. I would strongly recommend you start with a Tri-Synergizer. Very little that leads to NRF2. Start attacking your number one cause of aging. Join our movement. Become a biohacker, right? Whether you just want to do this a little bit on the side around a family or, around your responsibilities, and do what I did is I didn't think I could make $500 a month in this. In fact, you want to know how much I made in my first month of network marketing? Say yes. $40. You know how much I made the second month? In the red. You know how much I made the third month? In the red. I finally made $500 my fourth month of network marketing. Thank God I didn't quit. Look at me now. Woo! But if I would have quit, most people quit in the first 90 days. I would be another person in the graveyard of MLM saying, those things don't work. I invested $2,000 and now I've lost money. I did, but I kept going. And by the way, everybody in my family was already in my first company. It was a drink, an antioxidant drink, and all of my friends said no. 3 people that helped me build a team of 9,000 people in 2 years while working most of the time with 2 small kids, I didn't know existed in the world when I said yes. So if I can do it, you can do it, okay? All you have to do is commit to the process. This is an industry. You learn skills, okay? All right, we got to go, huh? Join our movement. And if those aren't for you, who do you know? Who do you know that's struggling with financially? Who do you know that has health issues? Who do you know that has aches or pains or doesn't sleep well or can't work out or just doesn't feel good all day? Who do you know? Please bring them in and show them what the possibilities are of changing their life from a health or a wealth standpoint. So thank you guys, and I was glad to be here. Welcome to LifeVantage. Thank you. Thank you guys, thank you. Denver in the house. Ugh.